The winner of the Speight Sportsman of the Year for 2020 is Craig Murray.
It's great to be joined today by the Speight Sportsman of the Year for the 2020 ASB Otago Sports Awards, Craig Murray, professional freeride skier. Craig, congratulations, mate. Awesome year for you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's a huge honour for me to achieve the award, and yeah, it's been a great year. Obviously, mixed recently, but yeah, really stoked to achieve this, and it's just cool to be recognised for my sport and my achievements. So, thank you.
Massive tour, lots of events each year. How many events are you competing at in a normal year? We'll go back to.
So yeah, usually there's 5 stops on the World Tour, and then there's also I'll compete in 1 or 2 events here in New Zealand, mostly because it's a super good time here. A lot of my friends are competing, and it's quite unique to compete here at home. That's not actually a World Tour stop, the stuff here, but maybe if the sport keeps growing in New Zealand, one day it will be.
Now, the Freeride World Tour is massive, and the peaks that you guys are throwing yourselves down, do you spend much time analysing the routes you're going to take?
Yeah, it's an interesting one because it's only visual inspection, so you're not allowed to ski it beforehand. You're not allowed to go on the venue. So basically what we do is we get a big pair of binoculars and sit on the other side of the valley from the peak, or at the bottom of it, and you'll look up and scope your line, take a few photos, and then generally do that for a day or 2 before. Depends on how complex the mountain is, but yeah, you do a little bit of study. Always a couple nervous looks at photos the night before, but on the day, yeah, you can really spend a lot of time worrying about it, but I try to let it flow a bit and don't get too hung up on the little things. Just try and pick the major parts of my run to try and stick them, and hopefully everything else will follow. But it's hugely experience based. I think it really takes time to develop the skills to be able to look at it and then hike up and drop in from a different perspective. Everything's backwards, and the space between features is all different, and the snow conditions change. So it does take time to be able to be comfortable going down there and sending it on a first run. But yeah, I think I'm lucky to have done a lot of backcountry skiing. So you generally, when you're ski touring or in the backcountry, you're riding things for the first time anyway, and I always try to bring that into my competition skiing.
How did you get into doing that style of skiing rather than just going up the standard mountain?
My family's always been quite adventurous and, you know, exploring in the backcountry a lot, and in winter that basically just means with skis on. So yeah, lucky enough to have done a lot of riding and stuff with Dad and my brother, and well, whole family really, but those guys have really shown me the ropes in the backcountry, and from there kind of taken it and built on it in my way.
Let's talk about Austria. Amazing, like your first, I'd imagine. How did that run go for you, and just the elation of what happened with that day and the winning of a World Tour event?
It was insane. I couldn't have imagined it to go on like that at all. It was completely crazy feeling, super intense for me, because that was a mountain, same zone even, where I put myself out pretty badly for the year before for the rest of the tour, and I was definitely struggling a little bit at the top of that, like trying to focus in on what I wanted to do and having a lot of thoughts going through my head, but luckily managed to mentally tough it out, I guess, and stick to my guns, and couldn't have asked for it to go any better. It was just an incredible feeling to come down and make it to the bottom, and then to have done a run like that and for it to end up in first was just the icing on the cake.
So now, obviously, home in Wanaka, and looking forward to the ski season, I presume, in the next while. But what are the plans with the World Tour?
Definitely got my fingers crossed. Would love to have another shot another season on the tour, and yeah, represent NZ again over there. But yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. Otherwise, it might just be traveling and filming, and trying to do something different, and then see when the tour picks back up. We'll see. Yeah.
Congratulations, Speight Sportsman of the Year for 2020. You've enjoyed some amazing sports people, and we're lucky enough to have you as one of those people. So congratulations, mate.